Hello guys, welcome to KP Academy. In this video we will see how to draw parts of single tool post assembly. So total there are 5 parts. First part is post, second is block, third is ring, wedge, and fifth is screw. So first of all we will draw this post. So in post drawing, if you see here, there is a base circle of diameter 62 and that has to be extruded by 10. Later on top face of this there is a 50 diameter circle and we have to extrude it by 110. So let us do this first. Click this plane, select circle and enter diameter 62 and we have to extrude it by 10. Okay, so this is 10. Now here select this face and select new sketch, and here we have to enter a circle of diameter 50. Extrude this by 110 like this. Later on, if you see here, this part is there having base circle of diameter 36 and other end circle of diameter 32. The distance between these two is, you can get it from 150 minus 110 minus this 10, so it is 30. So distance between two circles is 30. Okay, so first of all I will draw one circle here of diameter 36. Okay, later on I will offset one plane at a distance of 30 from this plane. Okay, so to do that, click here, offset from plane, click here and enter distance 30. You can see the plane is created. Now on this plane I will draw one sketch of diameter 32. Select circle, 32 is the circle diameter. Now you can see two circles are here. Now we have to join these two circles using left command. So first this sketch and second one this one. Click OK. Now make visibility of this work plane off like this. Now later on, if you see this drawing here, there is a slot of dimension 66 and 22 and the distance of this line from the base this point is 30. So let us draw this. So select this plane, you can either select XZ plane or YZ plane. So select XZ plane, new sketch, here make it slice graphics. Now select this rectangle, draw a distance 22 and 66 like this. Later on we have to mark distance of this from this line as 30 like this. Finish sketch and extrude it, and we have to extrude symmetrically and we have to remove the material like this. Click OK. You can see the slot is created. Later on there is a screw, there is a threaded structure here. Okay, so M22 means it is a metric thread of 22. So let us do this. So click here hole, later on click here. Now you can see you have to make it exactly at the center. So ये जो point है, you have to select exactly at the center like this. Okay, one green point will be highlighted there, you have to place there. Okay, next thing, this is the property of that hole. So I will select this tapped hole. Okay, and here isometric, and here we have to select 22, right? This is 22. Next thing, as there is nothing mentioned about the pitch or anything value designation like that, so I will select this as 1.2. okay, so M22 1.5, right? Next thing is there is a direction of these threads, so right threads or left thread. Okay, next thing is that this is drill point, whether you want that drill point like this or like this. Okay, so that doesn't matter in this case now. Okay, so click OK. If you see here, the threads are created like this. Okay, next thing, so this is what the post is. So click save, post, and save. Now next part is block here of square block having dimension 76, and we have to extrude it by 14. So select new part, select any plane and select one rectangle of 76 dimension. Okay, and we have to extrude it by 14. Like this, right? Now see this drawing, there is a circle, there is a hole actually of circle diameter 63, and that hole depth is up to 10. Okay, so do this, select this face, and we have to draw one circle of diameter 63, and we have to extrude it by 10 and cut material 10, and we have to cut material. Okay, so click OK here. Now select this face and create new sketch, as there is another circle of diameter 51 and the hole is throughout. Now you can see this structure is here. Okay, so select a circle of 51, finish sketch, and extrude and cut material, right? So in this way you can see the block is created. Save it, block, save. Now next part is ring here. Okay, so let us discuss that. Now if you see this drawing here, ring, there is a circle diameter 100, we have to extrude it by 12. Okay, so select this, circle diameter is 100, extrude it by 12 here. Okay, so 12 like this, right? So this is what the ring. Now at the center there is a throughout hole of 51. Okay, so select this, 51 is the circle diameter, and extrude. Okay, cut material and through all, click OK. Later on, if you see here, there is a saucer like structure like this. Okay, of circle radius 143. Okay, so to do this, select this plane, create sketch, and make it slice graphics. Here select one circle. From this point, make sure that the center point is lying on this line. Now 143 is the radius, so diameter this one. Okay, now I want this circle to pass through this point and this point. So first of all I will do this, project geometry. Now using this constraint coincident constraint command, I will select this point and select this circle, second one this point and this circle like this. Okay, next select line command, from this point join this one. Now trim these parts, so this part I don't want and this part also I don't want, I want only this sketch. Okay, finish sketch, revolve it. Now this is the axis about which I have to revolve that sketch. Now we have to remove the material, so that's why like this. So click OK, you can see the saucer like structure is created. So this is what the ring is. Save it, ring, Now next part is wedge. Okay, so we will draw one line of 120. Line of 120 here. So this is 120. Like this. Later on I will select I will draw one circle of radius 143. Make sure that the circle center point lying on this line. Okay, so 143 multiplied by 2 is the diameter. Okay, next thing is that we have given some distance of this point to this point, so that is 16. So we will draw one line exactly at the center of this 120 line. Okay, so select this line and select this point, and the distance is how much? It is 16, right? It is 16. Now I want this circle to pass through this point. Okay, so select this coincident constraint command, select this point and select this circle. Okay, make sure that this point, center point of this circle, is exactly at the midpoint of this horizontal line, 120 line. Okay, now I will draw this from this point. I will draw one line like this up to this circle. Okay, so I will finish here and I will trim here like this. Next thing, again I will draw one line, so from this point up to this, right, like this. Okay, now I don't want this part of the circle, so trim it like this. Okay, so this is what this sketch I created. Now we can extrude that sketch by 18 here. Okay, so select finish sketch here, extrude this part and this part, and by 18 we have to extrude it. So this is what the wedge is. Okay, now next part is screw. So this is the screw. See the dimensions given here. So first of all we will draw this threaded length of the screw. So threaded length is 96 minus 15 minus this 6 minus this 5 here, because undercut is 5 by 2, so this 5 here, and minus this 8. So total 96 minus all these dimensions will become, result is 62. So threaded length is 62. So first of all we will draw that. Okay, so click here, select this plane, select this circle, and the circle we have to draw is M22, means the diameter is 22. Okay, so click here, 22 enter karo and finish sketch, and extrude that by 62. Okay, so this is what the 62 length. Now we have to draw the threads on this. So click thread, select this, click here and make it isometric profile. So size is 22. Now here designation, in designation select that designation which is selected on the post. Okay, so on this post we have selected M22 by 1.5. so select same here also. Okay, so M22 by 1.5. Next is, it is right handed thread, and the length I want is also on the 62. So like this, click OK, you can see the threaded length. Okay, next thing, at the end of this there is a 18 diameter, and that is at extruded at 8. Okay, so select this face and circle 18 diameter, and we have to extrude by 8. So this is 8 like this. Okay. Later on, here it is undercut. Okay, undercut means what? The width of this undercut is 5 like this here, and 2 means what? Depth of the tool. Okay, so from this side depth of the tool. So depth of the tool is 2 means what? The 22 is this side diameter. So if I take depth 2, that means this 2 is this side and 2 this side, matlab 4. So 22 minus 4, it becomes 18. So 18 is the diameter of this neck part of this bolt, of this screw. Okay, so select this, select in this here and select create sketch. Okay, select circle, make diameter 18. Okay, finish sketch and extrude it by 5. Okay, here like this, right? Next thing, there is this one is structure. Now the diameter of this structure is 28 and the extruded length is 6. Okay, so select this part, new sketch, circle of diameter 28 like this, finish sketch, extrude by 6. Okay, 6 is the length of that, like this. Now the structure is, if you see here, the structure is different. Okay, so we have to make fillet command, we have to use fillet command. So here it is fillet command, select this line and select this line also and make it 3, apply, cancel. You can see the change. Okay, so this is the change, right? Next thing, here we have to draw one structure, it is shown here. Okay, so square structure and that is of 15. Okay, select new sketch, draw one square of 15 here and 15 here also, enter, finish sketch and extrude by how much? The dimension is 15 here. Okay, 15. Okay, right? So you can see the change here, right? Now I want to create one structure which should look like a bolt here. Okay, you can see here change. Now to do that, select this plane like this, create new sketch, make slice graphics and select one line. From this point go in this side 10. Okay, and in this side 12. Okay, and also join this like this. Okay, you can take any dimension according to you. So finish sketch. Now select this sketch and revolve it. Now to revolve it, the axis of rotation should be the axis of this bolt here, okay, or screw here. Okay, so this is my axis, right? Now I select here cut option. Okay, you can see the change here, right? Now see the change. So in this way we can make a screw. Now save it. SCREW, screw. Save. So in this way we can draw the parts of single tool post assembly. Now let's assemble all these parts to make a assembly of single tool post. So click here, new, and here in assembly standard, then create. Now one by one we will import the parts of this single tool post that we have already created. So first of all I will bring post here, click open and place it. Okay, second one I will import the block, click open and little rotate it about y axis. You can see the orientation. So click here, rotate, right click and click here, rotate about y like this and place it like here. Why I have rotated? Because I want to fix this part of this post inside this. Okay, so that's why I have rotated that. Okay, so now constrain it, click constraint, axis of this post and axis of this block like this. Click apply and then cancel. Now what I will do is I will fix or I will constrain this part, I will make this part of block with this part. Okay. So, click constraint, select this face and now select this part like this. Click apply and then cancel. Right. Now I will give some angle of this face with this face, so that it cannot be rotated. First of all, I will click here and make this as a grounded. Okay. So, you can see it can be rotated like this. So, I will constrain this motion also. Okay. So, click constraint, use angle command to give specific angle of this face with this face. Okay. So, I give this angle as a 0 angle, apply and then cancel. Now, you can see here it cannot be rotated like this. Okay. Now, second part I will import place and I will import ring, open and place it, right click, okay. Okay. Now, again go to constraint, axis of this post and axis of this like this, click apply. Now, select this face and bottom face of this ring like this. Okay. So, in this way you can constrain the ring also. Now, next part place. Now, next part is wedge. So, click wedge, import it, little rotate it about z axis, okay, and next about x axis, right. Again I will rotate about z axis. So, in this way I will place it like this. Okay. Now, constraint, select this face and top face of this one, okay. But I do not want that part to be here. Okay. I want to touch this part, this line of this wedge exactly with this one. Okay. So, I will use that offset command. Okay. So, we know that distance between this line to this line is 66 and the distance between wedge part here this one is 16. Okay. Let us check that whether it is 16 or not. Yes, it is a 16. Okay. So, I will give command, I will use distance, offset distance 66 minus that 16, matlab 50 only. Okay. You can see the change here, it is exactly meeting with this line. Okay. Now, you can see here the wedge is not exactly at the center of this post. Okay. So, again I will go to constraint, select this face and inner face of this post like this. Okay. But I don't want exactly here. So, I will use offset command and make it 2 here. Why? Because this distance is how much? 18 and from this line to this line it is 22. So, I have used 2 distance here and I have given distance 2 here. Okay. So, that is why it is exactly at the center of this post. Okay. Click apply. Now, you can see it is exactly at the center. Now, you can see this motion is not restricted yet. Okay. So, also that also will constrain it. Click constraint, click this face and axis. Okay. Now, you can see that face of that wedge that we are selected and center axis of this post is mating to each other. Okay. But I want this wedge exactly at the center. So, I will use again offset command. Okay. So, I know the distance, total distance of this wedge. You can see here the distance is 120. So I will enter the distance 60 here to make it exactly at the center of the post. So click here and write 60. It is not exactly so make it minus 60. Okay, now you can see it is exactly at the center. Click apply and then cancel. Okay, so one last part is remaining, that is screw. Import that. So this is screw, open. Now little rotate it about y axis. Okay, so click here, right click, okay. Again go to constraint, click this part, click like this, apply. Okay, now use this face and constrain it with bottom face of the screw, this one, right? But little give some distance or give offset distance to this face. So I will give that distance 5. Okay, so click apply and then click cancel. Okay, now you can see here this part can be rotated like this. Okay, so I will constrain that part also. Click constraint, click this face, click this face and give angle 45. Okay, give angle 45. Click apply and click cancel. You can give any angle there, doesn't matter. Now this in this way we can do our assembly of single tool post. Now we will draw this in drawing. Okay, so click new, click ISO and click create. Okay, now first of all we have to save this part, whatever assembly we have drawn, we have to save this part first. Okay, so save this part, save assembly of single tool post. Okay, click save. Now in this way we can create one new sheet of drawing. Now here we have to import that part, assembly. Okay, so click base, here we have to import, it is selected automatically. Okay, now rotate this like this and you can place it. I want this part as a top view, so you can select this like this and use scale. I will use 1.5 here. Okay, so this way, correct position you can select from here like this. Okay, place it. Okay, now I want 1/4 part of this one as a front view. Okay, so use section command, click here and go here exactly at the center and then here, right click, continue, go vertically like this. Okay, so in this way you can make a sectional front view. Okay, so this is top view, this is sectional front view. Okay, now we want part list. Okay, so click annotate, here it is part list. What is that? Assembly. So this is assembly, click open. Okay, okay, and place it here like this, click OK. Now double click it if you want to change that part. So instead of description, if you want material, so double click it, right click, format, and you can give here material, right? Value should be at the center, so that's why I click here, and then you can enter the material. So all the materials are made of cast iron, so that's why write cast iron here. click format column exactly at the center, click OK. Okay. Now in this way we can import this, we can write this part list. Okay. Next thing, if you want the projected view, you can project like this, right click, then create. Okay. So in this way you can do. Okay. Later on, if you want to give names here, student name or college name or seat name, so you can go here, annotate, click here text, you can give college name like this, make a rectangle like this, and you can give name here, any college name, College of Engineering Raigad, or you can give any name, right, Maharashtra. Okay, College of Engineering Maharashtra. So in this way you can give name of the college, or you can give student name, roll number, and seat name also. Now let's give names to the views. So to give that, click here annotate, go here text, and draw here one simple rectangle. Okay, and write here sectional front view. Select this and make it at the center, increase the font size to 5 and make it bold. Click OK, you can see here change. Okay. Similarly for this also, this is top view, make a rectangle and write here top view. Select this, make it at the center of the rectangle that we have drawn, click bold here and font size to 5. Click OK, you can see the change. This one isometric view, similar procedure, isometric view, same, you can make changes also according to you like this. Okay. So part list also we have drawn. Now only thing remaining is balloon. So click here balloon, give number to these parts. So first of all this one, click here and click continue. Next this block, continue. Next this one, continue. Next this one, and last this screw like this. So these are the all the parts of this single tool post assembly. Okay. So in this way we can draw the assembly drawing of the single tool post assembly. Okay. Thank you.